There were some good battles, saw some good things, even in losses, which I don't like to. You don't like to think, oh, we wrestled well in a loss, but Dylan Wisman competed, and it was a really close match. There were some points that were here and there that I'm like thinking, man, if that isn't called that way, we're right in it. And he does. He's battled, and that's what we asked of the kids, to go out there and get after it, compete at a high level. You're going to wrestle some high-level people, find out, and wrestle with no fear. And he definitely did. I really liked Wyatt Coling, what he did. That was a big win for him. That kid's ranked higher than him, so that was a good one. Brock is Brock, just went out and got a good win. Lost a couple tough ones with at the end there at 57 with Jarrett. That was tough because he was right there. He gives up that reversal at the end of the second period, and that's where you got to be smarter and either just give up the escape or don't get reversed, but the reversal hurt him. But overall, pleased, with most of the weights there. There's a few that I think, still get that fear out there, and they got to learn with that you got to just let it go and compete.
What did Wisman's, even though in the loss, what did he do to the rest of the wrestlers to get back after losing the first couple, even with the loss?
I mean, you see a guy out there battling, and Valencia is one of the best kids in the country. He's going for his third national title. He's really, really good. We saw that last year with him and Daniel battling. But he just went out there and got takedowns. And when he got to the leg, he scored. He got the guy tired. He pushed the pace, and he fed off the excitement of the atmosphere there. And that's what you're supposed to do at home in any match, but especially at home. You got a big crowd there, and people are excited. You're wrestling the national champ. Go let it happen, because I've seen good people get beaten on days like this, and he learned that he can go at a high level. He's been doing that over the last couple of weeks, and just keeps getting better and better. And I think he's wrestling with that. Sometimes as a senior, you get that urgency that could be my last. This is my second to last match at home. I got to wrestle with this urgency, and I wish more of our guys that are younger would wrestle with that.
So kind of building off that, this is the second home match in a row where you've called out Dylan Wisman for good things. What have you seen in terms of improvement over his senior season?
He was a big recruit for us, and he's had some great moments in his career. It's just now he's just putting it together with week after week after week of good practices, and that's what it's about. It's his practice, the way he's getting in the practice room and working the little details that he does right, and it's his mindset. His mindset is, I don't care anymore. I'm going and I'm competing hard. And when you have a mind like that just goes and goes and goes, and I'm just going to keep scrapping, and he gets in deep on the shot, Valencia, and he fights it off, and just got in a battle. And you saw it. They were getting testy with each other, and he didn't back down. And that's kind of the attitude you have to get on the podium in March.
What do you think JQs can take away from that loss heading into Iowa State and conference and NCAA tournament?
I mean, there's always things you can take away from wins and losses, but he's got to, it's finishing the second period. Got to finish on top, and it's a tie match, and you got to finish takedowns. He had opportunities a couple times. He was in deep and just didn't finish. And kid's a good kid, but he got to finish takedowns to get on that, to win big matches.
What about Allen's match? He said he kind of fed off the crowd today.
Yeah, I mean, went out, and I think he gives up the first takedown or whatever, then gets out, takes him down, gets the back points, gets another set of backs. I just wish he could finish that off and get the fall. It would have been pretty exciting if he got the fall there. He's had opportunities with the cradle, and he's just got to keep working at it, because he's cradled a bunch of people. He got tilts last week at Oklahoma State. He's doing a really good job. He's on a roll now where he's very confident in all the situations. Some of the situations he gets in, I wish he wouldn't, but I would much rather have a kid wrestle like that with the confidence that you can get to my legs, but I'm not worried about it, and than a guy that's not confident and not doing anything. And he's getting better and better. It's been a roller coaster year for him, but he's starting to put it together at the end of the year here and getting some big win after win. And this next week he'll have a couple matches that it's a big one with the Iowa State kid. So it's an important week for him for seeding in the conference.
Alumni weekend this weekend, quite a few former Tyler's back. What's that say to you about the state of the program, and why is that important for you to host those kind of things?
Oh, it's just important to remember your past and the legacy of the program. There's so many. We had guys from the 60s, and it's just unbelievable how many guys came back. I think I had 60-plus people at my house last night. I had to kick them out so I could get some sleep, but they came together with their wives, with their friends, and it was just an awesome evening of just people coming together that had a thing in common, and it's the University of Missouri and it's Mizzou wrestling, and just that they appreciate that they got to compete for the Tigers. And so we want to keep that going. You know, these guys do a lot for us in supporting the guys, helping the guys with internships and future jobs, and they help build our locker room. So it's a big part of it that we recognize the guys from the past and how important of a role they were to get to and now when we put on that singlet, we recognize that you guys, we're doing this for you guys and ourselves, that we got to keep remembering those guys.